How you eat sugar matters for blood sugar control. Did you know that the way you consume sugar can be just as important as how much you consume? It's true. New research is shedding light on the fact that the form in which sugar is ingested can significantly impact your blood sugar levels and overall health. But here's where it gets controversial. Not all sugars are created equal, and the source of your sugar intake matters more than you might think. A recent large-scale study involving over 500,000 participants from various regions, including Europe, the US, Asia, Australia, and Latin America, has provided some eye-opening insights. The study, which conducted a systematic review and meta-analysis, focused on how different types and sources of sugar affect the risk of type 2 diabetes. Researchers examined total sugar, added sugar, sucrose, fructose, sugar-sweetened beverages, SSBs, and fruit juice, comparing sugar consumed from beverages versus sugar found naturally in whole foods. Key comparisons included sugar-sweetened beverages like soda, fruit juice, not whole fruit, sucrose, and total sugars from a mix of foods. All participants were free of type 2 diabetes at the start and were followed for up to 10 years to see who developed the condition. The findings were quite revealing. Drinking sugar comes with risks. The study found that each additional daily serving of soda or other sugary beverages was linked to a 25% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Even fruit juice increased diabetes risk by 5% per serving. In contrast, consuming sugar from whole foods, such as fruit, was not only not harmful, but actually linked to a lower risk of type 2 diabetes. That's right, the same molecule of sugar can affect your body very differently depending on whether you're drinking it or eating it with fiber and nutrients. Sugary beverages deliver glucose and fructose in concentrated forms without the buffering effects of fiber, protein, or fat. This leads to faster blood sugar spikes and more insulin resistance over time. Plus, liquid sugars are easier to overconsume and less satiating, which can further disrupt metabolism. Why whole fruits don't have the same impact? Fruits may be high in natural sugars like fructose, but they come packaged with fiber, water, and bioactive compounds like polyphenols, which slow down digestion and improve insulin response. This protective effect explains why whole fruits like apples, oranges, and berries are associated with better blood sugar regulation and lower type 2 diabetes risk. In fact, the study found that people who consumed more total sugar from whole food sources had a 4 to 5% lower risk of diabetes compared to those consuming less. What about fruit juice? Despite its health halo, fruit juice behaves more like soda than whole fruit in the body. It lacks fiber, is rapidly absorbed, and still packs a high sugar load. That's why even 100% juice was associated with a modest increase in diabetes risk in the study. Make your sweet tooth work for you. Looking to satisfy your sugar craving without the side effects? Try these. Nix your sugar in coffee for these anti-inflammatory ingredients. These sugar-free protein bites will actually keep you full. 4 drinks that balance blood sugar, 2 that will spike it. Eat these 10 foods to crush sugar cravings. The takeaway, sugar itself isn't the enemy, but how and where you get it from can make a big difference for your metabolic health. This study shows that sugars wrapped in fiber and nutrient-rich foods may actually help protect against chronic disease. On the flip side, drinking sugar, whether from soda or fruit juice, was linked to a higher risk of type 2 diabetes, regardless of total calorie intake. That doesn't mean you need to overthink every sip or skip the occasional cocktail or glass of fresh juice. It's not about restriction. It's about being smart with your daily habits. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. And when you know how different forms of sugar affect your body, you're better equipped to enjoy the sweet things in life without compromising your long-term health. But here's a thought-provoking question. Do you think the occasional indulgence in sugary beverages is harmless? Or should we be more cautious about our sugar intake? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.